Do you ever feel like your money just disappears every month, no matter how hard you try to save? What if I told you there's a simple plan anyone, yes, even you, can follow to finally start keeping more of your money? Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know the exact steps to create a spending plan that actually works. And I'll share one surprising mistake most beginners make that could be costing you hundreds each month. Number 1. Why a spending plan beats a budget. Here's a question. What's the first word that comes to mind when you hear budget? For most people, it's something like boring, restrictive, painful. But a spending plan? That feels more like freedom. Here's why. A budget usually focuses on what you can't do. A spending plan is all about what you can do with your money, aligned to your goals. Think of it like this. If you're planning a vacation, you don't just say, I can't go here, I can't do that. Instead, you decide, I want to visit New York, eat amazing pizza, and see a Broadway show. A spending plan works the same way. Instead of saying, no coffee, no fun, you say, I'll spend this much on coffee because it fits my goals, and still save. Here's an example. Jenna earns about $3,000 a month. Instead of cutting everything she loves, she allocates $200 for dining out, $500 for savings, and $100 for her weekend hobbies. That's a plan she can actually stick to, and she still saves 20% of her income. Number 2, know where every dollar is going. You can't plan what you don't track. One of the biggest mistakes beginners make is guessing where their money goes, and they're always wrong. Studies show that people underestimate how much they spend by nearly 20%. So here's the step. Track your spending for at least 1 month. You can use a notebook, an app, or even just your bank statements. Categorize everything: rent, groceries, gas, streaming services, even that random pack of gum at the checkout. Here's a quick story. Marcus thought he only spent $50 a month on takeout. When he actually tracked it, it was over $200. That tiny realization helped him cut back and redirect $150 into savings. You can't fix what you don't see, so track it. Number 3. The magic of the 50-30-20 rule. If you're feeling overwhelmed by percentages and spreadsheets, here's an easy framework you can follow. It's called the 50-30-20 rule, and it works wonders. Here's how it breaks down. 50% of your income goes to needs, like rent, utilities, and groceries. 30% goes to wants, like dining out, hobbies, and fun, and 20% goes to savings and paying off debt. Let's use Jenna again. With $3,000, she would spend $1,500 on needs, $900 on wants, and $600 on savings and debt. You can adjust the percentages to fit your lifestyle, but the key is to aim for at least 20% towards savings and debt. It's simple, visual, and easy to remember. Number 4. Pay yourself first. Here's a golden rule of saving money. You have to pay yourself first. That means the moment you get paid, move your savings portion to a separate account before you touch the rest. Why? Because if you wait to see what's left at the end of the month, there's usually nothing left. Imagine this. You get paid on Friday. You set up an automatic transfer to send $500 straight into your savings. Now you only see the money you can actually spend, and your savings grow quietly in the background. It's a trick that makes saving feel effortless. Number 5. The envelope method still works. Here's something old school that still works today. The envelope method. It's super simple. Take cash and put it into labeled envelopes for each spending category: groceries, gas, eating out, fun. When the envelope is empty, you're done spending in that category for the month. For example, Alex puts $400 cash in his grocery envelope at the start of the month. Once it's empty, he knows he's hit his limit. No surprises. You can even do a digital version using separate checking accounts or budgeting apps that bucket your money. It's a hands-on way to really feel where your money is going. Number 6. Don't forget the irregular expenses. This is the big mistake I teased earlier, forgetting about irregular expenses. These are the costs that don't come every month but still happen, like car repairs, birthday gifts, or your annual Amazon Prime renewal. Too many people leave these out of their plan and end up scrambling. Here's the fix. Look at your last year of spending and write down anything irregular. Then, divide it by 12 and set that amount aside each month. For example, if holiday gifts last year cost you $600, Set aside $50 each month this year. When December comes, you're ready. No credit card panic. Number 7. Review and adjust every month. Here's the truth. No plan is perfect. Life changes. You'll overspend sometimes, and that's okay. What matters is that you review your plan every month and make adjustments. Here's what to do. At the end of the month, look at what you planned versus what you actually spent. Did you overspend on groceries? Underspend on entertainment? Shift your plan for next month to reflect reality. It's like steering a car. You can't just set the wheel and hope you stay on the road. You make tiny adjustments to stay on track. Same with your money. Number 8. Make saving fun with goals. Saving just for the sake of saving can feel boring, but saving for something you really want, that's motivating. So set clear, exciting goals. For example, instead of saying, I'll save $5,000, say, I'm saving $5,000 for a trip to Italy next summer. You can even create a visual tracker, like a thermometer chart, and color it in as you save. When you see your progress towards something you care about, it's much easier to say no to impulse spending. You're saying yes to something bigger. Number 9. Avoid lifestyle creep. One last warning, watch out for lifestyle creep. This happens when your income goes up, and so do your expenses. You get a raise, and suddenly you're buying fancier clothes, upgrading your car, eating out more. And yet, your savings stay flat. Instead, when your income increases, keep your lifestyle the same and increase your savings rate. For example, if you get a $200 a month raise, put at least half of it into savings. That way, your future self benefits, not just your current self. Number 10. Use the power of weekly check-ins. Most people only look at their money at the end of the month, and by then, it's too late to course correct. Here's a better idea. Set aside just 10 minutes every week for a quick money check-in. Every Sunday night, pull up your bank app, check your categories, see how much you've spent and how much you have left in each bucket. For example, let's say your grocery envelope had $400 at the start of the month. After 2 weeks, you've already spent $350. Catching that early means you can adjust and avoid overspending. It's like weighing yourself every week. Instead of waiting until you can't button your jeans, little check-ins prevent big surprises. Number 11. Try the one-day rule. Impulse buys are sneaky. You're walking through Target, see a $60 throw blanket you think you need, and boom, it's in your cart. Here's a trick to stop that. The one-day rule. When you feel the urge to buy something that isn't in your spending plan, wait 24 hours. If you still want it the next day and it fits your plan, go for it. But more often than not, that urge disappears. For example, Emily almost bought a $150 pair of sneakers on a whim. She waited a day and realized she didn't even like them that much. That's $150 saved. Number 12. Cut the silent leaks. Sometimes it's not the big expenses that sink your budget. It's the little ones you don't even notice. These are called silent leaks. Things like unused subscriptions, late fees, ATM fees, or buying bottled water every day. Here's a fun exercise. Go through your last month's statement. Highlight every expense that didn't actually bring you joy or value. Then, cancel or cut those. For example, Jacob found he was paying $12 a month for an old fitness app he never used. Canceling it freed up $144 a year, one by one. These leaks add up, and plugging them keeps more money in your pocket. Number 13. Build a cushion. For peace of mind, a spending plan isn't just about saving for the future. It's also about protecting yourself today. That's why every plan needs a cushion, also known as an emergency fund. Even if you're just starting out, aim to save $500 to $1,000 in a separate account. That way, when your car battery dies or your water heater breaks, you don't have to reach for a credit card. Example, Laura's emergency fund saved her when she needed a sudden $700 car repair. Without it, she would have gone into debt. Even a small cushion gives you breathing room. Number 14. Celebrate wins along the way. Let's be honest, sticking to a plan takes discipline. And if it feels like nothing but sacrifice, you're more likely to quit. So celebrate your progress. When you hit a milestone, like saving your first $1,000 or sticking to your plan for 3 months, reward yourself in a small, intentional way. Maybe a nice dinner out or a movie night. For example, when Ben paid off his first credit card, he treated himself to a $30 concert ticket. The key is to keep it modest, but meaningful. These little rewards keep you motivated and make the journey more fun. Number 15. Visualize your future self. Here's a secret that top financial coaches use with clients. Visualization. It may sound cheesy, but it works. Close your eyes and picture the life you want 5 or 10 years from now. Are you living in your dream home? Are you debt-free? Are you taking your kids to Disneyland without worrying about money? Now, every time you feel tempted to blow your plan on something silly, think of that future version of you. That dream is worth more than a fleeting impulse. For example, Sarah used to splurge on new clothes every month. But after picturing her debt-free, traveling future, she cut back and put that money toward her dream. And she's halfway there already. Number 16. Don't compare yourself to others. One final tip. Your plan is yours. It's easy to scroll social media and see your friends buying new cars, fancy gadgets, or going on big vacations, and feel like you're missing out. But you don't know their story. They could be drowning in debt while you're quietly building wealth. Focus on your lane. For example, David felt bad seeing his coworker driving a brand new SUV while he drove his old Honda. But 2 years later, David was debt-free and had enough saved for a house down payment. That coworker? Still paying off that SUV loan. Your path is yours, and staying focused pays off. By now, you've got a full toolkit to create a spending plan that saves you money every month and actually fits your life. And now I'm curious. What's the very first step you're going to take after watching this? Are you tracking your spending, canceling a subscription, or finally starting that emergency fund? Drop your answer in the comments. I'd love to know what you're taking action on today.